title sequence for the show that we're going to see tomorrow. So it's going to be a little surprise for you guys when you come out. So we hope you do come back tomorrow and see what we have to show.
All right. What time should we come back?
What's that?
What time should we come back?
Come at 7. The doors open at 7. The program starts at 8 p.m. So please be prompt because we'll do our best to be prompt. Yes.
Okay. My name is Brian McGee. I'm art director, Big City Entertainment. And I'm really happy to be here tonight. And I thank you all for coming out tonight. And I'll pass it on.
My name is Nicola. I'm new to the Big City family, but definitely feel embraced by it. I'm going to be co-hosting alongside, let him introduce himself in a second. Y'all probably already know him, infamous. So I'm honored to be a part of it because I wasn't so much a comic book type of chick, as I said earlier. But when I read the comic book, I was excited, you know what I mean, and inspired. And comic books are definitely something that has an original touch to it. So, to be a part of something like that and how it spanned, throughout this time or what have you is a blessing. And I definitely commend the brothers who will pull together as far as a family unit is concerned and making this creation. So that's something that's truly to be celebrated. So I'm glad to be a part and looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you.
I'm John. I'm going to be hosting tomorrow with Nicola, who speaks so well. And I read the comic book. I used to pick them up at Richmond, Virginia, Clay's bookstore on Hall Street. Buying there, and ran into Daoud randomly just the other week at a Peachtree TV interview. Didn't even know who he was. We were both like, he's like, I wrote this comic book. I'm like, I'm hosting your event. How great is this? Maurice, I met at the Urban Grind coffee shop, and I'm just, it's like all so serendipitous. I'm just very happy to travel with you.
My name is Mark. I'm the creative director for Big City Entertainment. Some will say I'm the spearhead of this whole thing, but I think it called me over to it. It needed to come back out in this media climate, and I'm very proud to be part of the team and family to put this thing back out there. A very positive example of people of color doing their thing in the comic book space. And soon to be animated space and toy space, because I have anything to do with it. I'm just blessed to be with the team of people who have such a focus and have an impact. And I go back to when I was with Daoud at an event, and 3 grown men came up and cried on how this book changed their life. And I'm sure there's millions of people like that who had a positive outlet in a very negative situation, and that book became their rose in this junkyard. So I just want to provide more roses for more junkyards in the future for young black men, black women, brown, everybody. Whoever's going through something negative, let this book be a positive light in their lives. That's all I
have. The creators, yo, Brotherman comics, yo.
My name is Guy Sims. Daoud's brother. I do all the writing for the book. So I think a lot of times when you see words, somehow I'm involved with it. First of all, I'd like to thank all the team here who helped to put all of this together. I live in Virginia, so physically I was not here to help put things together. We just arrived around 4:30, and this is probably one of the first things that Daoud and I have been in a physical space to do together in quite a long time. I was in Virginia, he was in Atlanta, I was in California, New Jersey. We've never really been in the same space to actually work on something. So all this that you see, this is all long distance work. I don't know what it would be like if we actually were in the same room working on a book at the time. So but maybe we shouldn't mess with that. Maybe it's the form. I want to thank all of you for coming and taking time out from your day and your evening and your family and your friends to come out and see our work. It feels very good to see people look at your work and laugh, at the parts that you're supposed to laugh at, and to marvel at the things that even I marvel at. My brother's artwork is tremendous, and I've seen it from day one. But I'm always still, I look at it and I just say, wow, how do you do it? I don't know how you do it. And he might say, how do you make up stuff? I don't even know how to do it. You said you weren't a comic book person. Neither was I. I read my fair share, of comic books. I wasn't like a true fan of anything. So when it came time to put this together, that was part of my base. But really, our upbringing said just create from your experiences, and that's hopefully you can see a little bit of all of our experiences in all these little panels and all the little things that people say. Like I was pointing out in the little ante room right next door, you get a glimpse of what my high school was like, because that's how in my mind, that's what I saw it, and maybe bosses we had, or girls we might have liked, or stuff like that. This is the opportunity for us to tell our story and give a little background of things that I think was important to us. I do a very special one, and I'm not trying to narrow anybody out, but I do want to thank Annette and that crew for all the framing, because I was saying, I've seen almost all of his work, but it's always in a box, in a closet, laid on a bed, laid on a couch, propped up against a TV. But I've never actually seen a whole lot of his work up on a wall in a situation like this. So I too am very loquacious, and so I will step aside and let my brother get a little sunshine here. So go ahead.
I don't have anything rehearsed. Actually, I never rehearse. Everything I do is off the top of the dome. That's how it works. First of all, I like to give a big thanks to Andre, Art on 5 Gallery. Me and Andre were talking about this over a year ago, and we said, "Yo, man, let's do this show." And then Andre reminded me. He said, "Man, we're gonna do the show, man." So I was like, "Easy, big man." We're gonna make it happen. So here it is, and the team here. I mean, the hours that we put in, to make this thing happen, has been like, it's been tremendous, because everybody's been working their day jobs, staying up till 3, 4 in the morning, because we all understand this is like about our freedom. Like what we're doing is not about comic books. It's about visual revolution. You know what I mean? And so for me personally, all of what you see here it's not even, I can't even say like 3 months of planning for a show. 20 years in, next year will be Brotherman's 20th birthday. We introduced Brotherman at the New York Black Expo in 1990. And I tell the story where me and my other brother Jason, who couldn't make it here tonight, we had a store in East Orange, New Jersey. I ain't talking about no big fancy store, this little storefront in East Orange, New Jersey. And I didn't have any comic book experience. I think I was only one dude who did a comic book independently. I didn't know anybody who worked in the industry. I didn't know any animators. My experience before that was airbrushing on the streets of Philly. Little hole in the wall joints. But I always wanted to animate. I always knew I wanted to do this stuff. And back then, we didn't have internet. You wanted to do something, you had to go to the library. So I spent a lot of time in the library trying to figure out, like, how do you do this stuff? So when we did Brotherman #1, there were a lot of discouraging words when we were working on the book from those who were programmed by, what industry says you have to do. So I just remember, I always specifically remember this guy coming in while I'm working on the book saying, if you don't have Marvel and DC behind you, man, you wasting your time.